Well, I tried. I couldn't help myself. You know what I mean? What happened was, you know what I was watching? I get what you do. I was watching. I was on Snap on IG, and I was watching the Arc Raiders videos, and I was just like, you know what? you like, oh, I'm kind of new, and I was like, you know what? I had like no innocent victim. Um, so here's what I propose. First thing first is I want to found two companies. Uh, Reality Renders. No, I'm sorry, Render Reality, RR, and this other company is called Geolock. I'm gonna also anchor in the name Render Reels, RendaReels, Render Reels. And but before doing that, I'm gonna create. Well, I want Snapchat to develop the RROS for Render Real OS for smart glasses and AR technology, smart glasses, AR, VR. Ooh, that breeze feel good. The goal is to start segregating smart glasses and its accessibilities from the traditional um, smart device, right? Applications and pathways. This to me will anchor Snap on the pathway of, I give or take $100 billion. And the reason why is because reality render reels will be specifically, will start off first specifically for smart glasses. So I want Snap to take a broader approach, not backing down from previous set pathways, but thinking beyond previous set pathway and thinking beyond this smart glasses AR ecosystem. Just gonna throw VR in there because VR is there, but the main goal is smart glasses and AR. So by creating this RROS system, users will be able to download it to their smart glasses. And what Reality Render does is Reality Render allows users to, and of course people have to have an account. They have to have an account. They gotta be, they gotta have a Geolock account, and they gotta, be on the Reality Render. But what it allows users to do when they, especially because it's mainly geared for smart glasses, but you will also be able to utilize it with smartphones. I post a whole article on LinkedIn. Does have a token system. Um, but what Reality Render allows you to do is it allows you to lock reels into objects and geolocations. So it takes two. Okay, you got to have an object and you got to have a geolocation. The early adopters that participate in this, let's say like there's a pole right there and I'm an early adopter and I lock it in, boom. Okay, that pole, after me comes other people, right? Other people get involved, other people get on the app. Get on the app, utilize the features, utilize the OS system on their smart device, on their smartphone. I'm sorry, on this, because on the phone, you don't necessarily need the Reality OS. You could just use the app. But on the glasses, smart glasses, users will be able to use it, and they'll have further benefits. So let's say I got a reel, whatever the case may be, and I posted that on this pole. It locks in the geolocation and the pole. Boom. And let's say other people do the same thing behind me. The early adopters, as things pick up and pick up speedway, they start getting rewards. They get rewards. They get tokens. And what happens is you have a network of reels. Now, if I'm in an environment, let's say if I'm in an environment and there's 20 geolock reels, right? That's rendered to a reality around me. I can unlock it or I can see it. A person can have theirs locked to where it may cost a token to view it, some tokens, or it can be just visible, right? So I can just go through it and boom and see, and then I get to see the next person behind. So it's this whole Reels feed. But the thing is that if I get a linker, a linker is someone who friends me. Okay, we're not gonna have followers. We're gonna have linkers, because what a linker does is if I link you, right, I have to pay a small fee. It really depends on the value of your geolocation spot, okay, or what you anchored in. Because if you got an OG location, it's gonna be a little more because the traffic is higher, okay. But when I link you, right, let's say I pay it. All the money, all the tokens don't go to you. It go to the company, and the percentage and the lineage of the people who are the early adopters, they're the ones that get everything, right? So it splits out. Of course, the first person is gonna end up getting the most, but but basically, what a link allows a person to do, it allows people to have access to certain locations to to put their reels on without having to physically be at the location. So just starting off, you're gonna have to physically be at the location. Oh, there go a tree. You look at the tree, it renders the tree, you attach your content to it. Okay? So it's a lot of fun activities that's gonna be able to come from this, from reality render. You can have like someone who, a famous author, putting out this book, and he writes a little story, inside the story, and people who like to solve things go after it. It's that kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? But ultimately, when your the advertising slots are a bidding system. It goes to the bidder, right? You have to bid for your advertising slots. Just starting off, let's say someone puts a 3-minute video at this render. Okay, when you're using this OS system, this app, and you're seeing there are nearby rendered reels, right? And let's say you somewhere physically, where it's at, and you're looking and you see it, right? And let's just say you see this rendered reel, and you're enjoying the real content. Okay, if that person's content, let's say he's the first person, and the rendered reel is only 2 minutes or a minute long, right? 60 seconds, right? If that person's content is only 60 seconds, it'll continuously play on repeat until someone else adds on to that desired spot. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not a system to where it's like my phone is detecting. It's more like a system that's infused with the OS system. The Render Real OS is what's opening the gateway for you to see this content. So as worldly adopters come into play, and it's this and this everywhere, it's really a business. It's really a business thing, because as it grows, you're gonna be able to get access to all these reels. Okay, so you're sitting there and you're just looking at all these reels, and it's like, this is your catalog of reels, not just your exact content that you're posting, but what you done linked, and the people you done linked, you know what I'm saying, and got into cahoots with, as far as just getting access to that content and their geographical locations. It's a business strategy, really. You know what I'm saying? Think of like a war, like what's that? Risk. Think of Risk. It's almost like Risk, but like a social media blitz kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Minus the conventional pathway of social media. So it's a tier system in reference to your subscriptions. But it also has a free tier system for free users. But free users can only do they can only do 3 rendered reels to a location a day for free. To a random location, wherever they desire, for free. And then they can get notoriety and then start moving up and get more benefits and privileges and things like that. I almost wasn't gonna drop this, but then I thought about it, and I was like, I really ain't got no time to be sitting back and you know what I mean. I don't need nobody hacking my shit. But I gave some time. I resisted for as long as I could, but this one's just too great. But yeah, it's gonna have a bidding system in reference to like, so like when you look at the geo lock of the certain object, right? It may get certain traffic at certain times. So those who want to advertise on there um, are going to have to bid. It's a bidding system. You know what I'm saying? They have to bid against everybody. You know what I'm saying? A higher bidder win. Almost like a Pokemon Go, but for reals. So it's not based on my phone can just see these reels. It's based on I have this OS, this Render Real OS system developed by Snap that allows me to hook up to the geographical locations in my environment that reveals these things. And as you link with other people and you link, that's how you get access to all these other reels in various locations. So it's really a honestly it's beyond just a business and a psychedelic style of social media. It's more like a marketing powerhouse business that's geared for worldwide wealth accumulation, not just for me and all parties involved, but also for um, the users itself. You know, so it's on LinkedIn, but I only put the RROS on Facebook. Just a little mission statement. I did good though, but then I just thought about it. Oh, and the hotel colored the shingles. They should have left the shingles the color that they had it when they laid that lamentation down. That sandy, it looked way better. It looked way better how they had it at first. But oh well, it'll be alright. Little wood chips. Trying to think. What else? Your geolock is where you go to, do your ads and all of that. My goal is to have smart glasses and AR glasses to represent an entirely different landscape of social media and social relevancy. This is an immediately moving on this immediately. Because this is going to enrich all these smart glasses and AR, VR. This is going to hold it up. I mean, people will be locking in spots in the mall, all these great locations and all this real content. Businesses is gonna go crazy with it. At first they have to start off, foot game, and then as they move up the system, you know, um, because it is a subscription based system as well. Then at that point, they after a while, when they get enough context, they can start not having to actually physically be at the spot to lock in uh, various geolocations by piggybacking off of their linkers, those who they link to. So this ain't gonna be something where people gonna be sitting there. I got a million linkers and I ain't gotta, because if someone links you, right, you have to tether them back. You know what I mean? You want to, because, well, you don't necessarily have to, but like if someone links you, then they get access to the work you put down, the geolocations that you locked in on these objects, trees, poles, uh, storefronts, college zones, all of this stuff. So they get access and they can pay to have their content in the zones that you have went through already. So as a strategist, your goal is to do what you do, but also be linking to other people, in which it costs, you know what I'm saying? And they get some profit from that too. So it's this big community of give and receive, give and receive, give and receive. Make money, make money, make money.